I've been sitting on this for 7 years without talking about it because they asked me not to talk about it.
And so through this technology, they're able to move stones or cut stones or all the above?
All the above.
And even transport them?
When it comes to the pyramids of Egypt, mystery and intrigue have always surrounded these ancient wonders. But what if everything we thought we knew was wrong? Randall Carlson's pyramid theory is about to turn history on its head, revealing secrets and surprises that will leave you stunned. Join us as we take a look into his compelling insights and unravel the mysteries of Egypt's iconic pyramids. Decoding the secrets of the Great Pyramid. Standing proudly on the west bank of the Nile River, just a stone's throw from the bustling metropolis of Cairo, Egypt, are the legendary pyramids of Giza. These colossal structures have captivated and puzzled mankind for millennia. Among them, the Great Pyramid reigns supreme, its size and perfect form dwarfing its companions. This marvel of engineering is the sole survivor of the prestigious Seven Wonders of the ancient world. But what is the secret behind the Great Pyramid's longevity? Could it simply lie in its basic form, the triangle? This unassuming shape boasts an inherent strength and stability, a quality that engineers throughout history have exploited in countless designs, from bridges to skyscrapers. Perhaps the key lies in the flawless geometry and the almost divinely inspired measurements that underpin the pyramid's construction. Randall Carlson proposes that the Egyptian pyramids are far more than just tombs. He views them as a breathtaking embodiment of mathematical and geometric mysticism, a language woven into the very fabric of the structure. This sacred geometry, according to Carlson, finds echoes in practically every living thing on Earth, hinting at a deeper connection between the pyramids and the fundamental patterns of the universe. He believes the pyramids, through their geometric form, hold a treasure trove of information, a blueprint of the cosmos, our solar system, and even humanity itself. Sacred geometry and cultural significance. The fascination with pyramids extends far beyond the Giza Plateau. Cultures around the globe have incorporated pyramid symbolism into their art and architecture, each with their own unique spin on this powerful form. Take, for instance, the step pyramids found in Giza, other parts of Africa, and even Central America. These impressive structures showcase a series of flat platforms, each layer smaller than the one below, gradually rising towards a point. This creates a shape that closely resembles the classic geometric pyramid we all recognize. Archaeologists believe these step pyramids served multiple purposes, most likely functioning as both burial chambers for the deceased and sacred spaces for rituals and ceremonies. Meanwhile, in Mesopotamia, a different kind of pyramid took shape: the ziggurat. Though not reaching the same dizzying heights as the Giza pyramids, ziggurats still maintained the quintessential triangular form. Interestingly, these structures are thought to have been built around the same period as their Egyptian counterparts. Unlike the Egyptian pyramids, ziggurats were constructed as a way to honor the Mesopotamian gods. Their flat tops likely served as platforms for temples dedicated to these deities, creating a physical connection between the earthly realm and the divine. Another fascinating variation is the aptly named bent pyramid. This particular pyramid earned its moniker due to a shift in its angle roughly halfway up its side. Some have speculated that the builders must have panicked during construction, fearing the sides were too steep, and therefore altered the design to a more gradual incline. This explanation, however, highlights a potential pitfall in our understanding of ancient civilizations. Modern scholars sometimes struggle to grasp the reasoning behind historical practices, leading to assumptions of error or incompetence. It's important to remember that pyramid symbolism can be expressed in a multitude of ways, and what might seem like an error to us could hold a significant meaning within the context of the culture that built it, transcending time and space. Despite the variations in pyramid structures across the globe, the underlying symbolism and interpretations often share surprising similarities. This begs the question: what does the pyramid represent, and why did so many civilizations, separated by vast distances and cultures, choose to revere this same form? Triangles and pyramids have transcended mere shapes, taking on a multitude of symbolic and, some would say, magical meanings, and uses. For multiple great civilizations across the globe to have independently developed pyramid structures during their respective eras, the underlying understanding of pyramid symbolism must have been rooted in some fundamental concept, a common thread that resonates across cultures and geographical boundaries. Perhaps the most burning question that arises when contemplating the sheer size and age of these pyramids is their purpose. While they are most commonly associated with tombs, recent discoveries have opened the door to a wider range of possibilities. Theories abound, suggesting pyramids may have served as everything from free energy generators to chambers for healing, or even portals to the stars. Relegating these magnificent structures, with their precise geometry, to the sole function of elaborate burial chambers feels like a vast understatement of their potential significance. On a symbolic level, the pyramid form is often seen as a representation of the Earth itself. The broad base evokes the foundation of our planet, while the steadily ascending point symbolizes the path towards higher realms of consciousness or enlightenment. This concept extends to the two-dimensional form that serves as the pyramid's building block, the triangle. Triangles are recognized as some of the strongest shapes, their three sides forming a perfect distribution of weight that allows them to bear significant loads. In essence, the triangle, in any of its variations, becomes a symbol of strength, stability, and resilience. The astronomical secrets of the Giza pyramids. Randall Carlson suggests that esoteric wisdom might be encoded within these enigmatic structures. This theory aligns with the well-documented fact that the ancient Egyptians were keen observers of the night sky. They meticulously studied the constellations, using the movements of the stars to guide their agricultural practices, determining the optimal times for planting and harvesting crops. However, a lively debate continues regarding whether the pyramids themselves were deliberately aligned with specific celestial bodies. Over the decades, researchers have put forth various theories about potential celestial alignments, particularly in relation to the Giza pyramid complex. These ideas about a connection between the pyramids and the stars have been around for centuries, but it was Robert Bauval, a researcher in the 1980s, who captured the public imagination with a particularly intriguing proposal. Bauval observed a striking similarity between the layout of the three Giza pyramids and the relative positions of the three stars that form Orion's belt within the Orion constellation. This concept gained widespread attention through Bauval's book, The Orion Mystery, which further explored the notion that the pyramids were designed to serve as a celestial gateway. Bauval's theory, known as the Orion correlation theory, posits that the constellation Orion held specific significance in the construction of all the pyramids. While the theory remains controversial, it has sparked significant interest in the potential astronomical connections embedded within these ancient monuments. The mystical purpose of Giza's narrow shafts. The Orion correlation theory gained significant traction, due in part to the enigmatic narrow shafts discovered within the Great Pyramid of Giza. These two shafts, emanating from the so-called King's Chamber, pierce the pyramid's walls at seemingly random angles. While some experts believe they were simply ventilation shafts, this explanation fails to address why a deceased pharaoh would require access to fresh air. Others have proposed a more mystical purpose, suggesting the shafts functioned as pathways leading the deceased to the heavens. In the 1960s, a group of Egyptologists fueled the debate further by theorizing that these were, in fact, star shafts, aligned with significant stars and constellations. Researchers conducted a compelling study, revealing that one shaft appears to point roughly towards the location of the North Star at the time the pyramids were constructed. The other shaft, interestingly, seems to point in the general direction of Orion's belt. These specific regions of the night sky held deep significance within ancient Egyptian mythology. The pole stars, including the North Star, were revered as the imperishable stars, or the indestructibles. Egyptians intrinsically linked these celestial bodies with their beliefs in the afterlife, envisioning their deceased pharaohs joining these eternal stars in their final journey. Similarly, Orion held a position of importance in their culture, as its stars were believed to represent Sa, the father of the Egyptian gods. However, it's important to note that these shafts were unlikely to have been practical for actual observation of celestial bodies. Their construction featured both horizontal sections and large stones obstructing their direct view of the sky. Despite numerous attempts to explore these shafts and unravel their true purpose, the mystery has remained stubbornly unsolved for over half a century. New discoveries in the Great Pyramid's enigmatic shafts. In a bold attempt to definitively solve the enigma of the shafts, a team of researchers from Leeds University in the United Kingdom embarked on a groundbreaking project in 2020. They designed a specialized robot, small enough to navigate the narrow confines of the shafts. This innovative technology offered a glimmer of hope in finally unraveling the purpose of these mysterious passageways. The resolute robot successfully traveled the entirety of one 200-foot shaft, recording its journey with 9 hours of video footage. However, a surprise awaited them at the end of the tiny tunnel. The robot's camera, with remarkable dexterity, managed to maneuver past a deliberately placed stone blocking the shaft's end. This feat revealed a previously unknown chamber adorned with elaborate symbols etched onto the floor. But the mystery deepened with the presence of a second stone barrier, an obstacle too formidable for the robot to overcome. The presence of intricate artwork within the chamber strongly suggested a more significant role for the shaft than simply providing air circulation. The burning question of what might lie beyond this second stone at the very end of the shaft remained unanswered. Unfortunately, the research team was forced to cut their project in Egypt short due to escalating security concerns within the country. Despite this setback, their pioneering efforts with the robot shed new light on the Great Pyramid's secrets, leaving the door open for future exploration and a chance to finally solve the enduring enigma of the shafts. Sun, stars, and sacred ratios. Beyond the intriguing shafts, the possibility of celestial alignments with the pyramids extends even further. For instance, the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, offers a breathtaking spectacle. The sun sets precisely over the Pyramid of Menkaure, casting an ethereal glow across the Giza Plateau. This alignment is just one example hinting at the deeper connection the pyramids share with the cosmos. Also, the very corners of the Great Pyramid exhibit a remarkable alignment with the cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. Researchers have devoted years to unraveling the mysteries of the pyramid builders' extraordinary precision. The prevailing theory suggests that these ancient engineers harnessed the movement of the sun to achieve such perfect alignment, a testament to their sophisticated understanding of astronomy. The idea that the pyramids hold celestial significance and were meticulously designed with the night sky in mind is widely accepted within the scientific community. This notion is further supported by the overwhelming evidence of sacred geometry embedded within these structures. The architects, it seems, were guided by principles of harmonic resonance during the pyramid's construction. They meticulously adhered to near-perfect measurements, ensuring a seamless connection between the pyramids and the Earth's natural harmonics and vibrations. This pursuit of harmonic resonance extended even further, as the builders incorporated ratios found throughout nature and the universe itself. Most notably, they employed the enigmatic golden ratio, or phi, long before its formal discovery by modern mathematicians. The golden ratio, an irrational number with an infinite sequence of non-repeating digits, possesses unique properties that have captivated mathematicians and artists for centuries. While its formal discovery is attributed to the Greek philosopher Pythagoras, evidence suggests its presence in various ancient structures hints at an even earlier understanding of this remarkable ratio. Pythagoras himself likely stumbled upon it while studying recurring patterns and numerical relationships in nature. The golden ratio's influence extends far beyond the pyramids. Its presence can be found in the vast expanse of space, from the spiral arms of galaxies to the intricate patterns of seashells. Architectural marvels of the Greek and Roman eras, as well as modern structures gracing skylines around the world, all incorporate the golden ratio in some form. Similarly, the art, architecture, and sculptures of ancient Egyptians and Greeks heavily relied on this divine number as they perceived it, to imbue their creations with balance, harmony, and a connection to the underlying order of the universe. The magical number that fascinated history's greatest minds. The golden ratio, with its seemingly magical properties, has cast a spell on some of the greatest minds throughout history. From the ancient Greeks, Pythagoras and Euclid, to the mathematician Leonardo of Pisa during the Middle Ages, the astronomer Johannes Kepler during the Renaissance, and even contemporary figures like physicist Roger Penrose, countless individuals have been captivated by this simple ratio and its endless intricacies. However, the golden ratio's influence extends far beyond the realm of mathematics. Biologists, artists, musicians, historians, architects, psychologists, and even mystics have all pondered its ubiquity and undeniable appeal. Perhaps no other number in the history of mathematics has inspired such a broad range of thinkers across so many disciplines. The fascination lies in the way the golden ratio defines a specific relationship between two quantities. Imagine two segments. For them to be considered in the golden ratio, the ratio between their lengths must equal the ratio of their combined length to the length of the larger segment. A bit complex at first glance, but the true magic unfolds when we delve into its visual representation. In the world of art and mathematics, the golden ratio is often depicted as a mesmerizing spiral formed by a sequence of squares and arcs. Each square and arc, when carefully arranged, creates what are known as golden rectangles. Furthermore, the proportions within the golden rectangles are strikingly similar to the proportions found in the human body. These simple spirals and rectangles, imbued with the essence of a universal order underlying the cosmos, were thus christened golden or divine. The earliest confirmed monuments believed to be constructed using the golden ratio are the breathtaking statues of the Parthenon in Greece, dating back to the 5th century BC. However, a captivating debate surrounds the possibility of an even earlier understanding of this ratio. As previously mentioned, some researchers propose that the Egyptians may have been well versed in its properties. Historians suggest that the Egyptians might have attributed a sacred quality to the golden ratio, imbuing it with deep religious significance. This veneration for the ratio would then be reflected in their architectural choices, influencing the design of temples and tombs, the resting places of their deceased pharaohs. Beyond its perceived religious significance, the Egyptians likely found the golden ratio aesthetically pleasing, a quality that harmonized with the human eye. This appreciation for its aesthetic properties may have led them to incorporate it into their hieroglyphic writing system and the very layout of their temples. While the Egyptians undoubtedly utilized the golden ratio in their creations, they didn't refer to it as such. Their term for this special ratio was the sacred ratio, reflecting their reverence for its properties. The first documented definition of the golden ratio, however, is attributed to the brilliant Greek mathematician Euclid. He described it as the extreme and mean ratio, laying the groundwork for future exploration of this fascinating concept. However, the golden ratio's true rise to prominence wouldn't occur until the 15th century. This period, known as the Renaissance, witnessed a renewed focus on aesthetics in art and a renewed appreciation for geometry. During this era, geometry transcended its purely practical applications, becoming imbued with symbolic meaning as well. This convergence of artistic sensibility and geometric exploration created the perfect environment for the golden ratio to flourish, captivating the minds of mathematicians and artists alike. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. This one dives deep into the mysteries of ancient Egypt. Today's image features researcher Randall Carlson beside the majestic Giza pyramids. But that's not all that catches the eye. Hovering mysteriously above the pyramids are what appear to be spacecraft. This image, linked to the theory put forth by Randall Carlson, suggests a connection between ancient Egypt and extraterrestrial technology. Carlson argues that the pyramids were not tombs, but rather sophisticated power plants built with knowledge far exceeding what we traditionally believe Egyptians possessed. This discovery by Randall Carlson solves the pyramid mystery, according to some, by suggesting an advanced, lost civilization with intergalactic capabilities. But is it real? The image itself has been debunked as a clever Photoshop, but it sparks a fascinating question. Did the Egyptians possess knowledge or tools beyond our current understanding? Perhaps future discoveries will shed more light on this enduring enigma. What do you think? Could there be more to the story of the pyramids? Share your thoughts in the comments section. The golden ratio in nature and human creativity. Countless artists and architects have gravitated towards the golden ratio, incorporating it into their creations with the belief that it enhances the overall aesthetic appeal. This ratio acts as a guiding principle, ensuring a sense of harmonious connection between various elements within a work. Imagine a door handle designed using the golden ratio. Its proportions would perfectly complement the door itself, and the door, in turn, would seamlessly integrate with the surrounding wall. This approach fosters a sense of visual balance and coherence, creating a more pleasing experience for the viewer. The influence of the golden ratio extends far beyond the realm of artistic theory. Modern architectural marvels, from the Sydney Opera House's distinctive curves to the National Gallery in London's imposing facade, all incorporate this ratio to varying degrees. The results are a testament to the enduring power of this mathematical principle in shaping our built environment. But perhaps the most captivating aspect of the golden ratio lies in its ubiquity throughout nature. It's not merely a human invention. It's a fundamental principle woven into the very fabric of the natural world. Look closely at the branching patterns of plants, the intricate veins coursing through leaves. The golden ratio governs their arrangement. Look deeper, and you'll find it reflected in the structure of animal and human skeletons, the way veins and nerves branch out within our bodies. Even the intricate world of chemistry isn't exempt from its influence, with the proportions of certain chemical compounds mirroring the golden ratio. Crystals, with their precise geometric forms, often embody this ratio as well. In essence, the golden ratio is an ever-present force, not just in the world around us, but within us as well. This realization prompted German psychologist Adolf Zeissing to proclaim it a universal law, a fundamental principle that governs both the natural world and the human impulse to create beauty and order. The golden ratio transcends the realm of mathematics, becoming a bridge between the objective world and our subjective experience of beauty and harmony. The Great Pyramid's coordinates and the speed of light. The enigmatic Great Pyramid of Giza, with its precise angles and imposing presence, has fueled speculation and fascination for centuries. One intriguing theory centers on its exact coordinates: 29.9792458° north. While this numerical string might seem like a random collection of digits to the uninitiated, some enthusiasts have pointed out an uncanny coincidence. It closely resembles the speed of light, which travels at approximately 299,792,458 meters per second. This numerical similarity, however, has been met with skepticism by the scientific community. A more grounded explanation seems likely. The concept of the meter, the unit used to measure the speed of light, wasn't formally established until the 18th century. The ancient Egyptians had their own well-defined system of measurement based on cubits, with a cubit ranging in length from 444 millimeters to 529.2 millimeters. Applying a modern unit of measurement like the meter to an ancient structure can lead to misleading interpretations and coincidences. The brilliance and ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians are undeniable. Their accomplishments in architecture, engineering, and astronomy continue to astound modern scholars. We are still grappling with the mysteries surrounding the pyramid's construction. How such massive structures were built without the aid of modern technology and machinery remains an unsolved puzzle. Another captivating aspect of the Great Pyramid is its remarkable alignment. It stands with near-perfect precision relative to true north. In addition to this, some have noted that if you multiply the pyramid's estimated mass of nearly 6 million tons by a factor of 100 million, the resulting figure is surprisingly close to the Earth's overall mass. This numerical coincidence has sparked theories about the Egyptians possessing an almost mystical knowledge of the planet's composition. However, some approach these ideas with a critical eye. Skeptics point out that such correlations could simply be coincidences. The concept of the meter, the unit used for the speed of light, wasn't formally established until the 18th century. The ancient Egyptians employed their own system of measurement based on cubits, which ranged in length from 444 millimeters to 529.2 millimeters. Applying modern units of measurement to ancient structures can lead to misleading interpretations. The enduring legacy of the Great Pyramid lies in the countless questions it raises about the ingenuity and belief systems of the ancient Egyptians. While some theories surrounding its construction and purpose might border on the fantastical, The true wonder lies in its physical presence and its role as a window into a bygone era. The Great Pyramid as an Earth model. According to Randall Carlson, the Great Pyramid of Giza might be a scaled model of our planet Earth. Imagine, if you will, flipping the Great Pyramid upside down and burying it beneath its current position. According to Carlson, this inverted pyramid would form a perfect octahedron, a three-dimensional shape with 8 triangular faces. But here's the truly intriguing part. This octahedron, in his view, would represent a 1:43,200 scale model of Earth, even accounting for the Earth's slightly oblate shape, where the diameter around the poles is about 26 miles less than the diameter around the equator. This theory raises a captivating question. How could the ancient Egyptians have possessed such precise knowledge about the Earth's shape and dimensions? Conservative estimates place the age of the Great Pyramid around 4,500 years. According to our current understanding of their technological capabilities, shouldn't such advanced knowledge have been beyond their grasp? Could this be just another stroke of sheer coincidence? Things get even more mysterious when we consider the number 43,200 itself. It not only represents the scale of the proposed Earth model within the pyramid, but it also corresponds to a significant astronomical cycle. This cycle, known as 2 months of the Great Year, is the time it takes for the Earth to complete one full precession of the equinoxes. The precession of the equinoxes is a slow wobble of the Earth's axis, which influences the constellations visible during the equinoxes, and is believed to be responsible for the astrological ages, like Pisces and Aquarius. Skeptics, of course, might point out that the world is full of seemingly significant numbers that ultimately turn out to be meaningless. However, for proponents of this theory, the more you explore these connections, the more intriguing they become. The theory suggests not only a fascinating pattern in the geometry of the natural world, but also raises the possibility that our ancient ancestors possessed knowledge that seems far ahead of their time. Knowledge that challenges our current understanding of their technological limitations. The Great Pyramid and Sphinx as messages from the past. Far beyond the majestic pyramids of Giza lies another marvel, the enigmatic Sphinx. This creature, with its lion's body and human head, has guarded the plateau for millennia. But its position might not be random. Giza itself sits at a unique crossroads, the intersection of the longest uninterrupted Great Circle path that traverses land only, and the longest path of constant latitude that also avoids oceans and seas. This geographical peculiarity has led some to believe the placement of the Sphinx, likely constructed around the end of the Ice Age roughly 12,000 years ago, was intentional. Geologists and archaeoastronomers, those who study the relationship between ancient cultures and celestial bodies, have found compelling evidence to support this theory. Adding fuel to the fire is the Sphinx's weathered appearance. The extent of erosion on the Sphinx and its enclosure hints at a period of torrential rain and a harsher climate than the one Egypt experiences today. Many scholars believe the current dating of the Sphinx significantly underestimates its true age. This advanced weathering, they argue, suggests an origin far older than most Egyptologists are willing to accept. The Great Pyramid itself becomes even more intriguing when viewed through this lens. Perhaps, some argue, they were not merely tombs for pharaohs, but rather a sophisticated message from an advanced intelligence that existed long before our current civilization. The sheer scale and precision of the Great Pyramid, they propose, transcends the simple desire to communicate across time. Instead, it serves as a beacon of hope, urging us to believe that with dedication and perseverance, even the most perplexing mysteries can eventually be unraveled. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.